Here's the kicker, Jake Bates, ready to get this one underway. And off we go from Minneapolis. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. McCarthy now going to start with a pass. That one caught by the former Lion, T.J. Hawkinson. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
On 1st down, here's McCarthy. Taking this one downfield for Hawkinson.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast. And tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds. Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
3rd and a yard. On 3rd and a yard, it's McCarthy. And that is incomplete. What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll try to run. And he's going to pick up the Vikings' 1st down. Oh, they take a chance there on 4th and 1, but it's a gain of 3. Down.
Little test of wills up front, huh, Mike? I mean, who wanted this one more? Who would get off the line quicker? Who would drive the other side backwards? Pretty impressive that not only are they the ones that won the battle, the defense knew what was coming and still couldn't stop it.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Into the familiar hands of Justin Jefferson. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play. They'll throw out of the gun. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
Play 10 of this opening drive. And here's 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Here's a shot toward the end zone.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. And he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
First down, and they stick with Gibbs. Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
That's quickly out to Williams. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game. You know, Mike, I'm all for being aggressive. There are definitely times where you have to go for it on your side of the field. I'm just not sure if at this point in the game, this was one of them.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. To the right side, he's got Hockenson, his tight end. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. He fumbled the football. And it's recovered by one of his teammates.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sack, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
The second down pass, complete to number 37. It's a gain of 15 yards, and leads to 3rd down.
3rd and 9. Back to throw.
You have to admire when quarterbacks are willing to put their head down and fight for some extra yardage, Mike. Sometimes the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Get down, protect yourself, live to play another snap.
Oh, look at this. It's a fake. So, not much to speak of in terms of scoring in that first quarter of play. What will the second quarter have in store? More from the Twin Cities in a moment. Back to throw here to begin the drop. Brought in by the tight end, Sam Laporta. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
Mike, I can't tell you how many corner routes I caught throughout my career, and there's really an art to it. At the top of the break, you have to give the quarterback what they call an indicator step. That's your cut where you set your angle, and then once that ball's out, go chase it down, and in this case, he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Finding space at the 40. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield, perfect throw and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Second and a yard. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That is caught. And he'll take it on in. Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Lions. His 6th touchdown now for the season.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be at a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Now, faking the give. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
This offense just continues to struggle to find any sort of rhythm. And now part of it is self-inflicted wounds. But the vast majority of their struggles has just been their inability to pass protect. You can't expect your quarterback to settle into the game and have any confidence operating out of the pocket when the second he hits his back foot, the play's over.
He'll drop to throw. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Addison that time. And third down coming up.
This is a pass that just needs to be completed, Mike. The opportunity was there. His guy was open. They ran out of room a little bit there on the sideline. Couldn't quite get the ball up and down fast enough and ends up being thrown out of bounds.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. It'll be a punt coming up for the Vikings. As the drive went in the wrong... Oh, and now look at this. It's a fake. That is down the field and caught. They get 18 yards on fourth down and a fresh set of downs.
Who needs a quarterback when your special teams unit can be the ones to move the chains? I mean, the offense couldn't do it in 3 downs, so what do? You say, all right, punt team, you guys take care of fourth. But in all seriousness, great job catching the defense off guard, and now the offense has another shot.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw again. In trouble, and down he goes.
This is the epitome of team defense. Not only are you able to rush the passer and put relentless pressure on him play after play, but the coverage on the back end is so tight. There's just nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. You see him just continue to hold the ball that extra second in the pocket, and with the way these guys are pass rushing, that's all the time they need.
And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for fourth down. They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. And he's going to pick up the Vikings first down. They convert in style. Huge play on 4th and long. Now they'll set up to throw. He's going to tuck it and go. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. That's 13 more on that play, and quickly another first down. They'll look to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. And he's going the wrong way, dropped back at the 7.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Throwing now from the gun. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
That is hard. What a job to keep the play alive. Touchdown, Vikings. On now for the extra point. Here's Will Riker. He gets it to go, and the Vikings will level things out at 7 apiece. We're all time, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Taking off, and he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play. Here's a handoff to Gibbs. Trying to bounce that outside. It went a long way for a gain of nothing. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Here's 3rd and 2. They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. And this will be a Lions first down as he gets this up to the 42. And Detroit's going to use their second timeout. They'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Quick throw, taken in. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. He's going to keep it himself.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself.
That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take over here up near the 40.
I would love to see his weapons do a better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through, and yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but the rest of this supporting unit needs to do a better job helping.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. So, one touchdown apiece for our two teams. 7-7 on the board here at the break. As we'll get you down to Orlando now, that's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. This one taken at the 7. A good return as he takes it across the 30. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. And this will be a Lions first down as he gets this up past the 40-yard line.
Taken down at the 41. It's a gain of 10. First down, Lions.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And the rush too strong. They're in there in a flash for the sack. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. The shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
Throwing now on third and long. And that is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
This returnable from inside his own 40. Ball rests at the 37. It's first and 10. He'll tuck it and take off.
The key to a good quarterback scramble, Mike, is knowing when it's time to go from a thrower to a runner, and that's exactly what we saw here. Doesn't get the first down, but he's able to pick up some really positive yards and then get out of bounds.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. as they try to run it here. And he'll get the first down there. A pickup of about 5 yards.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. But this is taken in by a teammate. 17 yards on that play. It'll be a Vikings first down.
Now, obviously, there's never a good time to fumble the ball. It's probably the thing that teams stress the most is ball security. But it makes it a little bit easier knowing that your own team was able to fall on top of it, and at least you can maintain possession.
And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
When they called that sweep, Mike, obviously they're thinking, let's pick up the first down. They didn't quite get to the chains, but I think they're going to be pretty happy with that game.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Right back to him on first down. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss. And it's second down.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss. This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
What can they do here on third down and 7? He pulls it in around the 5. And he's into the end zone. T.J. Hawkinson. Touchdown, Minnesota. Reichard good with the extra point. The Vikings will move out to a 14-7 lead. Reichard out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Set to go now on first and 10. Short pass taken in by the tight end.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Here's second and 2. He'll look to throw. That's taken in by Kelly. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Second down and 3. Now here's a keeper on the zone read. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
The key to running the read option, Mike, is that the timing has to be just right. If it's too slow getting going, a lot of the times defenders can get in the backfield and cause havoc, and that's exactly what happened here.
And he'll be brought down on what will be the final act here in this third quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. Blitz coming, he'll throw it. Open man, right side, he's got it. And he's going to have a Lions first down. Well-designed play to pick up 16 and move the chains. Now Gibbs. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
They'll throw out of the gun. That's caught by Gibbs. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Back to throw. A hit, and he has lost the football.
And man, does he dodge a bullet right there, Mike, on that sack. He's fortunate. That ball bounced right back to him. He's able to recover it and keep possession for his team.
Here's the Lions punt team now. We forced a punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. And he'll get a few yards on this return, up past the 15-yard line. They send him right out of the slot. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
One a bit high, but it's complete. And it'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left. And it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. He was looking for T.J. Hockenson on that one. And it'll be 3rd down. He's going to let one fly for Addison. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. Third down stop sets up fourth down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
And he's going to pick up the Vikings first down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving, and then some.
I like a little bit of this risk-taking. I mean, you found yourself with the lead in the fourth quarter. Conservative wisdom says, just punt it away and let your defense win this game for you. But now after going for it on fourth down and extending the drive, they can continue to work this clock. And even if they do have to give the ball back to their opponent, they're going to get the ball back with a lot less time. So I really like that decision.
2nd and 7. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Now a 3rd and 2. They'll drop to throw. And he's going to be taken down. However, penalty marker on the field. Will it negate the sack? So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Following the penalty, he'll run it. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. And now at 1:52, the defense will pull the plug there as they take a timeout. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. He'll try to run for it.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
So now, out comes the field goal unit in this pressure spot. This to make it a 2-possession lead. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage. Reichert had the field goal a moment ago. He's back out now to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That's over the middle and intercepted. His offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
1st and 10. This throw batted away and incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
That is caught. What a throw. Touchdown, Vikings. So 2 touchdowns for him in this one. Numbers 12 and 13 on the year. The offense will stay out there as they will line up and go for 2. That's going to be caught. So a couple more points, and they add to their lead. Reichert out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. The return starts from the 5. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. To the air now on 1st and 10. Going for it all. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to get the football, and they'll have it just past the 20-yard line.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
He'll drop to throw. He'll get this over the middle to Jefferson. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.